Do you struggle with setting expectations and having others meet them? Or do you get disappointed because you are expecting more from people and you never get it? That has happened to me over and over and over again, to the point where I started lowering the bar for others. And I noticed that when I did that, I took the focus off of what I was expecting of others. But the thing that it did is that it shifted me too far to the other side. And an example of that I see in dating. What I hear is that, people just want a guy. Doesn't matter if he has a job. Doesn't matter if, he has any of the other qualities. We have figured out that we're looking at the basic qualifications. We're looking at the basic expectations, but we've lowered the expectations too much. I was in an Uber recently, and I was staying at the airport, and the Uber driver pulls up, and I had this heavy suitcase. And so he doesn't get out of the car. And as I'm pointing to the trunk, he keeps pointing back at the trunk. And I'm thinking, okay, he is not getting out. The expectation for him to get out was not being met. And what I did is I stood there and waited until he got the memo that he now had to get out of the car to help me with my bag. And as he went and he opens up the trunk, he says, there's no way for me to open the trunk from the inside. And I'm like, that's not my problem. And so after he opens up the trunk, he acts like he's going to go and get back in the car. And I'm like, no, my suitcase, I need your help getting the suitcase into the back of the trunk. So in a little bit of a huff, he comes and he brings the suitcase and he puts the heavy bag into the trunk, closes it, and then we're on our way. In that moment, I exercised something where I set an expectation. It was it wasn't that high, but I did not allow his expectation of what was going to happen to interfere with my expectation of what I wanted to happen. The message today is that the same thing happens in our life from day to day. We lower our expectations and we're content with just getting to work, just getting home, just getting the children fed. But what happens is that we shortchange ourselves and we live underneath of our potential and we allow others to do the same. That was what I did for many years, is that I lived underneath my potential and was content with just the bare minimum of what others were giving me. But today's Motivational Mornings with Dr. Marcea, we're going to raise the standard. Say it with me. Today I'm going to raise the standard. And the 3 ways to do that is first to decide on a goal that matters. The size of it will be determined by where you are. Sometimes we have to go with a small goal to help get momentum. Other times we have to do that stretch goal that's going to push us out of our comfort zone. The second thought is that we have to ask for directions on the path, whether that is morning prayer or meditation or journaling. That is a way to get our bearings and to help get going on that path. And then the last and the final one is to expect success. Set the expectation that you will succeed, that this will happen, that Uber driver will get out of the car, lift that trunk, and put my suitcase in it, so now we can get to the destination. So as you go about this new week, as we go farther into your journey, I want you to raise the bar, raise the standard, and focus on that destination and expect success. Make sure you follow me on Motivational Mornings with Dr. Marcea here on YouTube, and follow and share. Until next week, have an amazing morning.